He got a podcast.
Yeah, so we be live as soon as that.
Get that shit live on one shit.
There we go. I already see light skin, nose, and everything.
Right there, huh? And then tag. Yeah, tag. I would say you tagged in there. You tagged in there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bad.
Boom, bam, pow. What's happening? Dumb week. That's dope.
Alright, that's that. Billy. Now let's have some fun. Alright. We'll pick up everything. Just talk like we normally talk, fellas. Alright. You wanna build it up or you wanna go in? Play your shit again. Which one?
You can play a different song. It don't matter. You got 9 people in that
I play that
motherfucker.
new shit though.
Is it
like
on,
that.
it's on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Like that.
it's called like that?
Hello. Shit, according with the business shit, man. Them niggas still talking that shit. Shit, man. We finna...
New burns bright with promise.
It's a video to this motherfucker. Yeah.
Right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm going to introduce it for the podcast. Then I'm going to play that. Then we're going to start the interview.
Yeah.
What it don't do, it is your boy LB Johnson, man. Check it out right now. I got an exclusive, man. This cat has been all over the globe. Literally, if I'm near, he there. And I've been in a lot of motherfucking places. From Texas, Albuquerque, Colorado. We doing the damn thing. This motherfucker's doing the damn thing. So I had to sit down with him and get all of this business, man. This is Shut Up and Talk Presents the morning after, man. Live in the building. Mr. SMB Worm. What's good with you, brother?
What's good with it, man? What's good with it?
For y'all that don't know, SMB, that's Self-Made Bosses. I'm going to ask you what that means, but before we do that, I want to play your new your single, Brian, your video. We're going to play it, come back. Let's get all up in Worm business. We'll be right back, y'all.
Got a big enough joint there, Rick?
I'm dripping flavor, yeah, I'm going in, babe.
I'm just like that.
Ain't no choice but to go out and win, babe.
I'm just like
I may fuck
that.
on that bitch and then I disappear, babe.
I'm just like
Everything
that.
that I spit, I be getting in their ear, babe.
I'm just like
I'm dripping
that.
flavor, yeah, I'm going in, babe.
I'm just like
Ain't
that.
no choice but to go out and win, babe.
I'm just like
I may fuck on
that.
that bitch and then I disappear, babe.
I'm just like
Everything
that.
that I spit, I be getting in their ear, babe.
I'm just like that. I had no choice but to get it. You was just stuck on the titty. Asking your mama for 50s. Asking your daddy for 50s. I was the one in the kitchen. Cook up the dough. Twisting and turning my wrist. Twisting and turning your bitch. She fell in love with the drip. I fell in love with the shit. I'm having fun with the shit. You was the nigga in school and made fun of and shit. I was the nigga in school that was fucking your bitch. She got sucking the dick. She fell in love with the shit. Fuck her, then I disappear. Look at my diamonds, they clear. Look at your diamonds, they flaw. Make it you look with his job. I'm going against all line. If they want smoke, then I slide. 20 shots off in your ride. It's another homicide. I can keep up with the time. I can keep up with my slime. They can keep up, so they still in my
Yeah, I'm going
rhymes.
in, babe.
I'm just like
Ain't
that.
no choice but to go out and win, babe.
I'm just like
I may fuck on
that.
that bitch and then I disappear, babe.
I'm just like
Everything
that.
that I spit, I be getting in their ear, babe.
I'm just like
I'm dripping
that.
flavor, yeah, I'm going in, babe.
I'm just like
Ain't
that.
no choice but to go out and win, babe.
I'm just like
I may fuck on
that.
that bitch and then I disappear, babe.
I'm just like
Everything
that.
that I spit, I be getting in their ear, babe.
I'm just like
I got
that.
that dough on my schedule. I'm getting straight to that cheddar. Running the game with no effort. I'm so big heavy metal. All in the field with no cleats. It's a heart and a vision and talent. I know that I'm too far from average. Attacking my dreams with a passion. This shit is way more than just rapping. I really do rap what I'm living. These niggas is act. I done seen niggas that I thought was solid turn into surprise fake. You can try to pretend like you with it. Ain't been for this either. You really, you ain't. I'm a ball of these niggas and fuck all these bitches. I'm only in love with the bang. Want a brand new Bugatti, a new Aston Martin. I'm trying to pull up in a race. I came from the trenches, pull up in the G06 looking like who on a race. My diamonds, they wet like a lake. Got so much that's on me, a nigga can skate. I'm super flavor, yeah, I'm going in, babe.
I'm just like
Ain't
that.
no choice but to go out and win, babe.
I'm just like
I may fuck on
that.
that bitch and then I disappear, babe.
I'm just like
Everything
that.
that I spit, I be getting in their ear, babe.
I'm just like
I'm dripping
that.
flavor, yeah, I'm going in, babe.
I'm just like
Ain't no choice
that.
but to go out and win, babe.
I'm just like
I may fuck on
that.
that bitch and then I disappear, babe.
I'm just like
Everything
Live in the building, man. Y'all know what it is at the Radius Radio Studios. We got SMB Worm. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good about yourself, man. It's nice.
Man, you know, I'm living my best life, man.
Yeah.
You know, I got to take that from Lil Duval, man. I think that's one of the coldest, realest songs for the time. Like, motherfuckers so focused on trying to please everybody else and all that other bullshit that they ain't living their best, man. But if you take the time to focus on you and do what the fuck make you happy, don't nobody else matter.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm a happy camper, man. How are you, sir?
Shit, I'm happy my damn self. Living it one day at a time. My best life.
Let's dive straight into everything. I want to introduce the real. And I mean, you do your damn thing, man. You got views out of this globe. You definitely doing that. A lot of folks know who you are. But for those that don't, man, you went 50 countries, 8 fucking states. No, excuse me, 50 states, 8 countries. Hey, they smoking in here, y'all. So this content got me a little weary. So don't mind me if I get a little twisted. But we're gonna get this shit out. For those that haven't met you, man, haven't had a chance or the pleasure to hear your music, let everybody know. Give a quick introduction to who SMB Worm is.
Man, I'm just a real down-to-earth cat, man. You know, I rap what I live, man. If you're looking for some real-life situation music, that's what it is, you know. All of my music on Apple Music, iTunes, you know, Google Play, Spotify, all that. Just type in Selfmade Worm, no handouts, it's gonna pull up.
Love it. And now, where you from, man?
From Hobbs, New Mexico.
Hobbs, New Mexico. Now, that's right by Texas, right? You right by the border.
Yeah, right there.
Now, what would you say is your inspiration when it comes to this rap thing?
Man, I started out with Jeezy, Gucci, man. Shit, just as times elevated, just went with the wave, you know. Shit, different shit right now.
Who would you say, if I asked you who you feel like is kind of hurting hip-hop right now, hurting the scene, man, who would you say is hurting the scene?
6ix9ine, goddamn.
Oh, yeah, no, look.
Man.
The thing about 6ix9ine is when I've never, even as a radio guy, I never considered him a real artist. To me, he was a hustler. I give him that.
Yeah,
he realized, let me talk shit on his social media. That's gonna help build my following. But even if you hear him rap, even in that song with 50, which is a hard ass fucking, so get the strap.
Yeah.
Love the fucking song, but he got like the worst verse. Like he ain't talking about nothing, and like he don't really rhyme. Like it's like I didn't get it. So. I agree with that, and some cats, man, especially shout out to Bug D. Bug D could be here today, but Bug always say, man, we gotta be careful that we don't want to hate on the youngsters, you know, and BLG. Me being, I'm 37 in the game, so I said, to me, I enjoy good music.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who doing it. I don't give a fuck how old or young. If it's hot shit, I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
But with I could never get with 6ix9ine. I liked his character, if you will, until we found out he was snitching and shit. It's
just
like,
kill everything. You can't be promoting no shit, and then when you get real, you gonna write them statements and shit. That ain't
So how did you get into this rap game, man?
I don't know, man. A lot of people told me I could rap when I was in high school. You know, doing little freestyles and shit. They always told me I could rap. So then I just took it serious one time and see what it do.
Self-made bosses. Explain that for me.
Shit, it's self-made bosses. It's self-explanatory, you know. Shit, get out here and grind. Grind for yourself. You don't want to work for nobody else, man. You want to make your own path, you know. Can't nobody say they made you.
So now, are you like the founder of SMB? Are you the president? Like, what's the position?
Man, we all bosses. Shit.
Okay.
There ain't no positions, you know. I'm just a rapper, you know. Shit, but it's deeper than rap.
So let's take it back for a minute, man. Before you were rapping, like, how did you get your start? Like, growing up in Hobbs, New Mexico, explain to me who Worm the man was before you became a rapper.
Man, shit, I was just out here in these streets, you know. Shit, trying to make something for my kids and myself, you know. Shit, this rap was a different outlet. So trying to make that shake right now.
And speaking of your kids, man, you got like some drama going on as far as with your daughter right now, right?
Yeah. I barely get to see her, man. She probably like 3 months, going on 3 months right now. Shit, I probably seen her like 3 or 4 times.
And why is that? Explain that to us.
Man, my baby mama just on some weird shit right now, you know. So.
Now, is it one of the situations where it's like, oh, if we ain't together, then I'm gonna make
like
life hell for you?
Yeah.
Been there, done that, man. Definitely understand it, man. One of the biggest things of mine, you know, me being I have 4 kids, man. You know, and I have 3 amazing mothers of my kids. But I think the biggest thing is that I wanted to make sure that I had to get through in their head. And not to say that, you know, for some it was easier, some it was harder. Yeah. But it's just that at the end of the day, man, every move I make is about the kids. As parents, if we can focus on the kids, shit be so much better. It's like, you know, if we get out the head, like, you know, it's a trip because you say, that's your baby mom, so I'm sure y'all was together. How long was y'all together prior to the baby?
Shit, man, you know, we had our own little thing going on. Like, you know,
in and out.
Yeah.
That always be the case, man. And then then as a man, to me, we grow up, we realize, hey, either we can deal with it or we can't. If we can't, then we say, okay, I got this child, so I want to be a good father. But hey, look, like I tell somebody quick, look, I ain't shit when it comes to being a man.
Right.
Your man. But look, I'm amazing daddy. Look,
Exactly.
But it's hard, man, especially if it's a young-minded individual. I'm not gonna say like young in age, but just young-minded.
Exactly.
They feel like, okay, I'm making hell
Leave
if
your
I
own
can't have what I
personal
want.
issues out of shit. I'm a good daddy.
Yeah. So how do you deal with that, man? How was that as far as like being on the road, doing your music thing, missing your daughter, especially brand new? I got a 5-month-old.
Yeah.
So I definitely know where you at. So how do you deal with that?
Shit, it's hard, man. You just gotta keep pushing one
Yeah.
day at a time. Shit, I ask for her down there daily. She
Yeah.
don't even respond. So
Is it looking promising? Like things might change, or it's looking like they might have to go to that good
I
court?
might have to go to that court. I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
That's the hard thing about us, man. Because as black folks, period,
Yeah.
we don't want to get the police involved or deal with no judge if we ain't got it.
Hell no.
But it's like nowadays, it's like the only way, in some situations, I'll say, the only way you can guarantee to be a good father is if you got to get that judge involved.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, that's almost, you don't feel like you're snitching on yourself, but
Man.
it ain't the criminal shit, you feel me? But it's like, fuck, I definitely know, man. I'm borderline going through the same shit, man. Just trying to, it's one of the situations that when things is good and everybody happy, ain't no issues. Shit go bad or mother get mad because you didn't say
do this.
Then all of a
it's
sudden,
a whole different situation.
Yeah.
Then, goddamn.
Look, that's a whole nother Oprah moment, man. Let's get back into this music.
Yeah.
So, as far as when it comes to rapping, who's some MCs that you look up to? MCs that you like, man, that made you want to do this thing?
Man, Mozzie right now snapping shit.
Yeah.
Even though they beefing too, I fuck with Filthy.
Yeah,
Shit
yeah.
snapping. Man, I fuck with some Money, man. That's some down south shit.
Yeah.
Shit, just a couple people, man.
Definitely. Speaking of Mozzie, man, you're a part of the Mozzie tour. You're doing your damn thing.
Yeah.
Been on the dates. We've been, man, acting up. Look, shit, Mozzie tour crazy, y'all. If y'all don't get a chance, y'all better go see Mozzie, especially that new one, Internal Affair. Shit's vicious. But what would you say, like when you watching, Mozzie and kind of seeing his hustle? You mentioned the beef with him and Filthy, and it's a trip because these are two dudes that were once upon a time friends. And they was rocking together, hustling, coming up. And then, some shit go down, bay politics, if you will, and it's the beef. So do you find it hard to make it, like, to kind of choose, as a fan of both, do you feel like you got to choose a side?
Hell no, shit, I ain't in that shit. That's politics, I'm in it for the music.
Yeah,
I'm into the music shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that,
I trip off, one thing about me, man, I'm a lot older now, but I trip off when the Tupac and Biggie, that they turned into, they try to make the East Coast, West Coast, but it's really just Tupac and Biggie beef. And me being from the West and, in Richmond, and, I'm right there in the middle of the shit. For me, I listen to number Pac. I knew, but shit, I met Pac a couple times, so for me, that's all, And then as I got older, I realized, like, damn, it wasn't I didn't fuck with Biggie. It's just, you on the West, radio's playing Pac nonstop, so that's what that's what you fuck with. Then you get older and start listening to some Biggie shit, like, okay, Biggie has some heat too, like, is it cool? Can we say we like Biggie now? Is it a good year? Nah, but so I definitely feel that. So, but I think to be able to separate and say, nah, man, I'm just fucking with the music.
Yeah.
Like, I fuck with them both. That's definitely show that maturity, man, and that focus.
Yeah.
When it comes to doing your music, man, what kind of guide you as far as the type of music you want to put out? Even, watching and listening to the song like that, man, you're doing the damn thing, you talk about the grind, you talk about the hustle, talk about, the shit you're actually going through. Do you feel like it's important in this day and age, especially as an artist coming up, to showcase and really, like, let folks know, hey, kind of basically introducing yourself on wax?
Yeah, man. Social media big, man. So that's pretty much the main platform right now, but you still got to get out there and put that footwork in, That's what people don't understand. Because you got social media, you still got to get out there and put your name out there, get out there, perform, get on shows, see what I'm doing, get on radio interviews, do what you can,
Well, I think it's the loss. A lot of folks, especially we're in 2019, so much has changed that everybody thinks you literally got to change the whole I guess for lack of a better word, the whole project, so to speak.
Yeah.
You got to change the way you do everything. To me, one of the biggest things at the end of the day, the hustler, the one that's out there, like you said, doing the concerts, the radio interviews, that's putting their face out there, actually hitting the streets and grinding their music out, is the ones that are successful. Those are the ones that are winning. There's a lot of artists nowadays that are dependent on entirely social media, SoundCloud. Put my shit out there, hope somebody picks it up.
Yeah.
But they're not performing, they're not doing no shows. I call them studio MCs, studio rappers.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, it cracks me up when I hear cats say, "Hey man, check out my new album, bro. This is my third CD." Like, nigga, I ain't heard your first CD. Like, what do you mean it's third? Like, but that's because you ain't hustled it. You know, there's been nothing out there. So for you, what do you feel like you bring that's different as an artist? What do you bring to the game that's different?
Shit, my drive, man, you know, shit, I got a whole different style. You know, I grew up in Alabama, but I came out here in Hobbs, and I've been out here in Hobbs for about, 10 years now. So shit, it's like home now. So.
Yeah, that's that respect.
And it's a whole different rap scene from how I do from everybody else out there, you know. So shit, it's just a little different, unique style that I like.
Feel it. So you brought the homie with you, man. Introduce your homie to everybody. Then I want to get his ass for me.
Man, that's my number one hype man right there. You feel me? Shit, that nigga turn up. He get me comfortable on stage and all type of shit. Look at him.
Yeah.
Thank you, fly man right there. Look at him.
Yeah, what's good with it, man? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That's E-Bone though, man. You know, shit.
E-Bone, what's good with you, bro?
What's good with it, you know?
So how did you become part of the Selfmade Bosses?
Man, just growing up with them niggas, I just heard niggas I was young, you know what I'm saying? Come around from the hood. You grew up on the street, like on the next street, bud, on the next street. Grew up with that nigga, you know? You know that nigga.
For y'all that's listening but can't see, man, hey, go to my page. I'm gonna post a picture of all three of us. But E-Bone look like Devontae, man, from Jodeci, man. He got these glasses on, man. He on
That nigga crack, okay.
Hey, E-Bone about to get on that piano and kill some shit. But that's one of the biggest things, man, especially nowadays, is you got the manufactured cliques, our groups, and you know, and then you got the ones that literally from the soil, man. The best way I can think of it is always think of Nelly and the St. Lunatics. You know Murphy Lee, you know Ali, you know all them cats. But it's a trip. A lot of folks don't know the story behind it. A lot of folks don't know they were the St. Lunatics, and when they went to, you know, they was performing as a group, got ready to get signed, and literally the label said, "Nah, we want Nelly right now. We can push that sound, you know, the kind of sing-songy, rapping and singing." So that's what was hot. So they said they made a decision. Nelly didn't want to do it. Nelly said the same lunatic said, "Nah, nigga, let's get in there." Yeah. And once you get on there, we'll you know, do our thing. Which, as we see, he did. But that's the difference as opposed to some of these manufactured groups where they ain't no real, you know, ain't no love, ain't no connection. So motherfuckers say, "Hey man, we want to sign you out the rest." It's like, "All right, y'all, peace."
Yeah. And
deuces. So what makes you loyal to SMB?
Shit, man, this shit came from the ground up. Like I said, it's deeper than rap, man.
Yeah.
Shit, we really got blood, sweat, and tears behind this shit, you know. So shit, it's just
This shit came from, you know what I'm saying, from nothing. Like we wasn't, with nobody.
Yeah.
Was, you know what I'm saying? We came up from niggas just hating on us, you know what I'm saying? That's real basically how the fan base came, cause niggas wanna hate on us, you know what I'm saying? That made niggas wanna fuck with us. So just really putting our foot on these niggas' neck and not really letting up.
So what would you say for you guys as a label and as artists and as a group? What is kind of the blueprint or the map you guys are following when it comes to Selfmade? Is it a particular artist that you've seen kind of do something you're like, okay, that's where I want to be at? Is it kind of making your own map? What's the formula?
It's my own map, but shit, we seen how Meats did that shit, you know, Big Meat Independence, you know, that motherfucker all black business, you know, and shit, we all got black in us, goddamn it. We ain't full black, goddamn. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna say, let's be honest, you got black in you, black.
Yeah.
The cops definitely, you black to the cops.
Exactly.
They ain't gonna be like, oh, he half, he cool, but that dark nigga definitely got to go. Nah, we all going, look.
Like you said, you trying to make this self-made world how we see it, you know what I'm saying? We gonna put our stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? We came from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas say they come from the bottom. We come from a bubble. Now we come from a circle. You know what I'm saying? Niggas hate them. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wanna knock you down for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, we come from a real struggle around that motherfucker. Like, nobody, you ain't know nobody that came out the Mexico.
Yeah. Well, and I always said that somebody hit me up, man, about 5 years ago now, and they said out of the blue, it's like, hey, bro, why they literally quote unquote just random call. This not somebody I talked to today. None of them said why Exhibit never put on for New Mexico. Now shout out to Exhibit. I rock with Exhibit. I rock with his family. I know his sister. I know his nieces. I rock with them out here. But just randomly, they just asked me that question because they knew I was, in entertainment, doing radio. And I said, man, here's what y'all gotta understand. I said, Exhibit never disrespects New Mexico. He's not like against it, but for him, he was in New Mexico, started rapping, doing that, whatever. He didn't get put on and kind of get raised up till he went to LA. So for him, he never shitted on New Mexico, but for him, LA put him on. So that's what we show love to. And to me, some cats say, oh, well, wherever you're born, that's where you're from. Nah, that's not the case. This to me is where he was raised. Wherever you was raised at, that's where you're from. And you can be raised as an artist or raised as a nigga or both, feel me? And that's why I told him, I said, Exhibit fucks with LA because that's what put him on. But I seen his interview a couple months ago he did on the Breakfast Club, and he shouted out New Mexico. He let it be known. The funny thing is he talked about the same shit we talking about now. That he was like, the beast in New Mexico was, nigga, if you fuck with a bitch, 4 of your boys fuck with the same bitch.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's New Mexico for you. Like, that's the sad reality. That's the girls in New Mexico. I'm not gonna say the women, because some good ass women in New Mexico. But these little girls and these bitches, now that's different. They a little different.
Hey, these bitches, they be going, you know what I'm saying? These hoes too, you know? I don't cap. I don't put no cap on shit.
Look, I ain't mad.
Hey, these bitches be going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These bitches and these hoes, you know what I'm saying? We front like y'all don't be going, y'all motherfuckers be going.
Look.
Acting like y'all be front on the team. Now, y'all motherfuckers want to go. You dig what I'm saying? All y'all bitches want to go, but y'all can't go, but y'all really want to go.
Look.
You dig what I'm saying? But all that other shit, man, we just keep it fly, keep it creepy, you know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying?
So what makes you guys wanna push it, and why the love for New Mexico?
Shit, we're gonna be the first one to put this motherfucker on, you know? Ain't
Yeah.
nobody really just rap for New Mexico.
This is real.
We're gonna be the first ones, you know?
It's tricky because you think about a lot of folks don't know. I don't know if you guys remember Def Poetry Jam.
Yeah.
It came on after Def Jam, the comedy shit, and it was like poetry. New Mexico took like second or first place in that shit on poetry. You fucking even in battle rap they killed the scene. Shout out to Universal Battle Round. But like you said, as far as hip hop, you can't think of there's not one artist putting on the same repping New Mexico. And I think, especially in this day and age, you name the day and age where it used to be you had to get signed to a label and and all that good stuff. Now you don't even have to be signed to a label. You can be independent. Get them numbers up, get them views up. They fucking with you. You have the same exposure as a label mate. Feel me? With just a lot more money. So what do you guys want the world to know about Selfmade bosses?
Shit, individuals that made our own way, clicked up. Shit.
Trying to make a way for our family, you know what I'm saying? That's us, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to make this, put our stamp on the map. We trying to make this a brand, you know what I'm saying? This is more than what you think this is, you know what I'm saying? It's blood, sweat, and tears in this shit, you get what I'm saying? Niggas did more than, you know, you did what I'm saying? Like, niggas doing time behind this shit, like this shit's crazy. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we trying to make it into a business, you know what I'm saying? Basically what we saying, we're a business, we are bosses, you know what I'm saying? We trying to branch out to other people, you know what I'm saying, to be willing to work, you know what I'm saying? We out here trying to work, we ain't afraid to do nothing, we out here trying to get in, you know what I'm saying? We take road trips, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Drop that bag, we coming, you know what I'm saying?
That's that
For
focus.
whatever, you know what I'm saying? We want to turn up your party, we gonna turn that bitch up, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
So speaking of, if somebody want to book you, if they want to get in touch with y'all, they want to hear the music, shout out them numbers, man. Where can they find y'all? How can they book y'all?
Shit, you can hit the email selfmadeworm at selfmadeworm, the number 1 at gmail.com, and then shit, you can hit the number 575-390-8378, and shit, we can get it in. You know, just tap in. Let's work.
Shit, let's work.
All right, before we get up out of here, man, I'm gonna ask y'all both the same question. I want you to get a real answer. E-Bone, why should America fuck with you, bro?
Man, that shit fuck with me, man. I'm lit, you know what I'm saying? I'm turning up everything, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a genuine guy, like, my house down, we going, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm a stand-up guy.
Let's go.
That bitch lit, you know what I'm saying? You fuck with me because I'm gonna fuck with you. You on some real shit. If you on some fake shit, on some other shit, I ain't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the vibes and I'm going, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm come off respectful and I ain't coming on bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Man, word. Why should America fuck with the self-made bosses and you?
Shit, cause I'm a motherfucking boss, you know, and shit, I live what I rap, it's real rap only. Like bro said, if you're fake, don't even come around, you know? Shit, just keep it all the way a buck with me and I'ma keep it a buck with you, shit. We putting the world on the map with this self-made shit.
Look.
Loyalty before royalty, you feel me?
There you go, man. No more need to ask any questions. Y'all now got the truth. Y'all got it locked down and solid right here, man. I'm LB Johnson. This has been the More Than After. Shut up and talk. Y'all know what it is. Next stop, Diddyland. We're going to get there together.